Got a bunch of snakes with me here. Okay. First things first, can I have you introduce yourselves? Please go on down the line. Say your name and your instrument in the band, please.
Absolutely. Let's start with Frank.
I'm Frankie. I play guitar.
I'm Ava. I play, sing.
I'm Duncan. I also play, sing, and guitar.
I am Mark. I play bass and I attempt to sing.
I'm Seth, and I play the drums.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right, well, let's talk about what we just heard from you guys. That was a fantastic set. Lots of different vibes felt within there. The first one, By the Lake, that one is out on streaming platforms, correct?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Tell me about the lyrics for that one. Yeah, I'm very curious about something about a basement. I know it's kind of like a love song, but what's going on in the basement?
That's close. I kind of tried to describe it,
Okay.
or like disguise that song a little bit, rather.
Okay.
It is supposed to be like a summer bop, just easy listening, and
see.
like what's more Minnesota summer than just chilling out by the lake. But it's kind of an anti-love song. So the lyrics are, "I knew you weren't the one."
Right.
Is kind of the cheeky lyric. But I don't know. It's all about just like chasing that feel-good feeling. If it don't work out, it don't work out, and
Right.
you don't have to think too hard about it. I went really southern there, and I don't know why. I'm
I'm
from here, I promise. I'm not from down south. Yeah, but I don't know. That's my best answer to that question.
Cool. Yeah, and so there's a music video that goes along with
Yes.
that song.
Yes.
Great visuals on that.
Thank you.
Tell me about the process of making that music video.
It was here.
So it's on a frozen lake. I'll set the scene for everyone who hasn't seen it. On
Yeah,
a frozen lake.
I did not prepare very well for that. I wore a snowsuit and like not a whole lot underneath the snowsuit, and they had to really wrap me up in a blanket at one point, like a burrito. And it was like so many hours.
It was hailing.
It was hailing. It was, yeah, but we trucked through it. It was really fun. And then the other part in the basement is my very, very scary laundry room.
Okay,
and
what happened there? Why did it take such a dark turn at the end of the music video?
Didn't think through it too much.
That's
Just
pretty much
we were just like, what if we got a cake and put fake blood on it? That would be cool.
Like there's just like two different worlds in that music video.
Oh, yeah.
It's so distinct. both of
Yeah,
them.
take whatever meaning you would like from it.
Okay. So that has nothing to do with the lyrics. There's like the basement isn't like hiding bodies in your basement or anything like that.
Could be.
Could be.
Could be.
Never know.
Never know.
Not.
Up to interpretation.
Want the record and say it's not about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably actually a good idea.
Nah.
For the bit.
Well, check out the music video and decide for yourself.
Yeah.
True.
It's a good video. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Cool. Second song you played, My Dog Natus. Is that
Yeah.
how you say it? Natus?
Yeah, Natus. Yeah.
Whose dog is Natus?
All of them.
Yeah, maybe all of ours. It's my God Satan backwards. If anyone didn't put that together, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a silly little song. I don't know. It's a silly little song. You know, I don't know if the title necessarily fully reflects what the actual meaning of the lyrics are.
Oh, it's an anti-drunk driving song. Is what that song is.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. It's just, yeah.
So don't do that.
I'm all for that. Yeah, that's great. Okay, cool. Great. Let's move on. The next one. Me Tobor. Right? That's the next one.
Yeah, that is the
Backwards
next one.
title.
Yeah.
I think
Another
I'm
backwards
sensing a
title.
through line here.
Yeah.
I think I just
can't
do that
spell.
to confuse Frankie because he's a little bit dyslexic.
Yeah.
We're all dyslexic.
Yeah.
Robot.
Yeah, it's robot. It's robot
Robot.
backwards.
Okay.
Yeah, I played this video game that I cannot remember for the life of me what the title of it was on my PS2, like way back in the day. And there was a character named Tobor. I'm speaking down. I got it. Yeah, but I don't know. That's just something that stuck with me, I guess.
Was it Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
I don't think it was. It was weird animation. They had really big
the
heads.
Robot and Shark Boy and Lava Girl is named Tobor.
I trust. I believe in you. I do believe in you.
That's what I took from it.
Yeah.
Is that what the song's about?
No, it's not about Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
What's it actually about?
If you read between the lines. Yeah.
I honestly don't know what that one's about yet. We were talking about this the other day, where sometimes you'll write a song with like very specific intentions with it, and then sometimes you just do word vomit.
Okay.
And
about coming alive or something.
kind of, but I don't really know.
We kind of figured that out through Fringe. I feel like Lily really
Yeah, that actually was really helpful. I know we're going to talk about Fringe probably in a little bit here.
Yes, we are. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, so we'll save that one for Eli's question later.
So what inspired you to put pen to paper for that song then? Was it just, you said word vomit, but was it anything in particular that?
I don't know. When I start writing lyrics, I kind of get into a trance. So I was really just grooving on that riff for a really, really long time. And it's kind of just something that came about through just, I start by audiating and just singing nonsense and kind of scatting by myself, which is really fun. And then lyrics kind of start coming.
So is that usually how you go about it? Is music comes first and then the lyrics come later? Or?
I would say so. I have
the opposite.
Yeah, she could probably
usually.
talk more about hers. That's how it works for me, for sure.
Yeah, the songs that I write, I feel like, well, I don't play an instrument, so usually it's me in my car. It's every time it starts in my car. Every song I've ever written,
It's a magical place.
I'm driving and I'm just like, and then I'm like, and then lyrics come after that, and then I sit with a guitar that I don't know how to play, and I try to figure out something that I can present to the rest of the band.
Yeah.
And then they do a lot with it, a lot more than I do. Yeah.
It works excellently.
Do you make use of the voice memo app at all? Whenever?
Yes, and I don't label any of my voice
I don't
recordings.
label mine either.
You're both monsters.
label
Honestly,
any of
history's greatest
I try
monsters.
to find something I like that was from months ago, and it's all just the
Voice memo
address that I
78.
recorded it
That
at.
is the most anxiety-ridden thing I've ever heard.
Truly hate that.
Well, that's great. So there's differing ways that you go about songwriting in this group. Then.
I mean, especially since we're a young band, I think we're experimenting with how our process goes.
Totally.
Yeah, because
Totally.
we've all played. Most of us have played in other groups, and they we've figured out things we like and we don't like. So
Yeah.
I mean, we've been together a little bit over a year now, at least playing shows a little bit over a year. So figuring out how we write together is something that we're slowly kind of carving away at.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just jam too. We'll just kind of get in the room and just play whatever with no clear direction, and then something cool kind of comes out of that, and then the foundation.
So did you come into the group having a certain sound in mind, or was it just let's just make some music and see what happens?
I think it was probably more the latter. I don't know.
Yeah, let's because this band kind of very slowly but surely kind of came together.
Okay.
I think Seth, you were the first member introduced.
Yeah,
And-
January 2022, I think.
Yeah. And then Ava came in with the Fringe Project. Well, out of the suggestion of one of the people from the Fringe Project, correct? From Lily?
Yeah.
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 And then I joined shortly after. And then Frankie is our newest addition. He comes from an awesome band called Killed by Kiwis that we play with all the time. So we love them. Seth plays in another amazing band called Lavender Daughter. That's also amazing. But so it's just kind of very, very just organically came together to where with every person joining the band, the sound kind of changed just a little bit, and just it kind of organically built up from there.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of hard to describe us. When people ask what kind of music we play, I have a hard time because I feel like because we all have such different artistic inclinations, we just seem to I don't know. We all have very different styles, and so as we're all writing, I feel like we have a pretty. Not to toot our own horns, I think there's a big variety within the songs that we write. Yeah.
Okay, so how about your individual backgrounds then? Where do you all come from? I guess you can give a short
Musical theater.
musical theater. So we have some theater kids here. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Theater kids here. I know Frank did theater for a little
Yeah,
bit.
he did.
I did very minimal theater stuff. I've mostly been an instrumentalist my whole life, doing guitar and piano stuff. I'm definitely more guitar work than piano now. How about you, Mark?
I come from I play instrumentals and I'm a studio engineer, and I was a roadie for a bunch of bands for a while. So playing with bands and then working for bands was kind of my deal.
Who were you a roadie for?
No one super huge, mainly local acts. I used to manage a band called New Primitives, and I was a roadie for them. I was a roadie for a Prince tribute band that's from here called Chase and Ovation.
Cool.
So we went around the country with that, and then one of my best friends' name is Brian Snowman Powers, and he plays in a lot of these bands, and so he's my through line with all of them.
Awesome.
He also mixes all of our stuff.
Also, he's mixing our record, and he's an outstanding person, engineer. He was my teacher in college, and he Also, May Simpson Band was one that I worked with a little bit through him as well. But we love him.
I come from a tiny little small farm town called Le Sueur. There's not really much going on there musically, so I kind of grew up playing in the alternative rock scene in like Mankato, Rochester, places like that. And like I had a lot of mentors down there, like older folks in the scene that I still jam with today. And then I went and studied at McNally Smith for a while. Rest in peace. But I met a lot of really great people there and learned a lot from some really terrific percussion instructors. And you know, eventually started playing with Lavender Daughter, and then I met these punks and started playing with them.
Were you at McNally when it shut down? Or?
No, I just got associates there. I was there. I graduated in 2014, actually. So, but I did have some friends who were there, like right when it shut down. So it was kind of a tragic thing, honestly.
Very tragic.
Yeah.
Snowman was teaching there when it shut down.
That's right. He was.
Yeah. They were literally plotting out the next semester's curriculum, and they got the email. Yeah, get out.
Get out.
It's sad. It's sad. But there's some great musicians from McNally.
100%.
So
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Totally. Yeah, okay, so we've been talking a lot about this project. You keep bringing up the project. Can you tell me more about this? Are there any dates, any projected dates for
The record?
release? The record, yes.
Yeah. So July 9th is our album release show at 7th Street Entry. We'll be playing there. Opening for us will be Killed by Kiwis and Present Company. And that is the release show for the rest of the record. It's about 6 songs. The 2 singles that are out right now, By the Lake and Deplorable Jim, will be on that record, along with 4 other ones. I think we're all collectively very proud of this record.
Yeah.
We produced it ourselves and did most of the recording in our practice space, and then some at our friend Quinn from Killed by Kiwis, his roommate. We recorded the drums and bass at his place.
Yeah.
And it was a long process. We kind of started and restarted this record 3 times over the past year. But yeah, no, we're just, every time we get a new mix back, we're just happier and happier. And Snowman's crushing the mix, and the fabulous Keith Kopatz is mastering it. And yeah, so far people have been really enjoying the songs, and we're ready to release the rest of it.
So ready.
That's so great. That's so great.
I should also say we're releasing it the same day of the
Yes.
release show too.
Okay.
Yeah, this is coming out on the same day.
So coming up now, yeah. We got 10
next-
days, technically. We got a lot of work to do. Oh, my goodness.
So is it completed, like ready to press the send button?
Yeah, definitely. Totally is.
Yes, it is.
We're getting very, very closer. We're getting super close. So we're getting final mixes back right now, and usually Keith is an absolute animal when it comes to mastering, so he can crank them out very, very quick. So yes is the short answer.
Awesome. We didn't get to the last song you played today, Deplorable Jim. That's a favorite of mine. I
Right
have to
on.
say. It's a lot of fun. And there's also a music video for that one.
Yes.
And it was filmed at Como Tap.
The infamous Como
Okay, so
Tab.
you rented the whole place out. You're playing in the bathrooms. You're all over the place on the pool table. Tell me about the creation of that. What went into that one?
Yeah. So luckily we have an inn at Como Tap. Seth is a bartender there, so we didn't have to rent anything. We just said we will be in and out, and we'll make sure that there's no mess. So a lot of the people that ended up being in the music video were either in the band or were coworkers of Seth's, or like locals and regulars that came to Como Tap. So it was, it really kind of fits in with the rest of this record. It's very DIY and very like we use the people around us to lift us up and kind of figure out how to make this record, But I think Seth could probably talk a little bit more about the creation.
Sure. Yeah. No, sweet. We got there at like the crack of dawn, maybe like 7 or 8 a.m. It was brutal, but it was for the art, so it's all good. But yeah, I've been bartending there for a while, and it's a really, really cool space. It's just like that beautiful hole in the wall that you can just kind of relax and be yourself, and it's kind of becoming sort of like a hub for like local musicians. From what I can tell, people are hanging out there, and like somebody made a playlist recently about musicians that hang out at Como Tap or something, which that's great. I want it to be like a bastion for folks like that, like come and hang out and jam and like talk shop, put shows together, whatever, just like so I thought it'd be like a great place for the music video since people already come there anyway. So yeah, we just kind of went for like maybe, I don't know, like 7 or 8 hours, just maybe had like 20 to 30 regulars and coworkers just chilling, and but we made a really, really cool video. I think it's just awesome. Like, no, go ahead.
Can I talk about that guy?
The guy that came in the beginning?
That was not planned.
Really?
There's a man who's a regular at Como Tap, and he walked in because the door was unlocked, and he walked in and he was like, "You guys open?" and Seth was like, "No, I'm sorry, we're filming a music video," and he went, "That I don't know if I can say."
Yeah.
Probably
He goes,
not.
darn
Probably
it,
not.
darn it, Jim.
Gosh dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he didn't say that.
Jim unprovoked.
Unprovoked.
Which is so weird because the song is the song is called The Playable Gym.
I believe
Was
there's a
there-
Star Trek reference.
It is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a gym present. It was
No,
just
yeah.
No,
reference.
no,
Okay.
he just said it, and then afterwards we like ran outside and we were like, because we didn't get it on camera, and we ran outside and we were like, hey, can you come back and do that again, and we're gonna record it, and he was like, no, and we were like, please, and he was like, okay, and then
Very good negotiation.
and then we filmed it, and then when he walks out of the door, he genuinely just walked out and didn't come back.
We
And we never.
going around the other bed. He left.
I haven't
Well, I
seen
saw him at Como Tap actually the last time I went.
time he went, but we didn't see the rest of the. He just left.
No, he just left for yeah.
Does he,
He
know
just
that
walked
he's a
up.
star? Has he seen the video?
He's humble in his thing.
Yeah,
He is, yeah.
you better let him know next time you see him.
Oh yeah, we will. We definitely will.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. All right, we're getting to time, so I want to get to Fringe Fest. 'Cause
Right on.
I'm
Yeah,
super
absolutely.
curious about this. So for those who don't know, this group, Oister Boy, was in a rock ballet of sorts, a punk rock ballet.
Yeah.
Take it away, because I don't want to butcher the details. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Yeah, we can all talk about it a little bit, but just, I mean, since we're short on time, jump in and correct me if I'm dead wrong about this. But wrong. So the Fringe, festival is the whole reason that this band got together. We weren't planning on doing any shows really, but this girl Lily Conforti, she's been bouncing around and doing different, dance projects and dance troupes. She had a group rolling, and she had this wild idea of taking some musicians, throwing together a band, and doing a whole punk rock ballet. And me and a friend of mine were working on a building up a band at the time. So she got in contact with us, and we started working together and building this band around that for that purpose. So we had some songs working, and then we started adding bit by bit, member by member, with the whole goal of like August we're gonna do 5 shows in Minneapolis, then we're gonna do 3 shows in Indianapolis. So go on tour with that idea. So we ended up playing some shows locally to get some practice for that, which was really awesome. Our first show being at the Amsterdam was just a blast and a half.
Wow, that's a great first venue to play at.
It was great, yeah. Well, we
And
played
then-
back when they had the small stage, which was
Yeah.
great, because it was a much more like tight and close-knit venue. But it was a blast. It was definitely a challenge, I think, which was good to kind of throw us, off our kilter to start, which kind of made us persevere, I think, a little bit more through all the stuff, the tough stuff and challenges that we've been through. Because it's just so different. I haven't really seen a whole lot of bands doing something like that, and
And within the first 2 months of you existing.
For
too,
real,
like,
yeah.
No,
That's
for real.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Going on tour in the first, and punk ballet, nobody does that.
Yeah.
So were they original compositions, or were they covers, or what was the
All-
soundtrack?
Mostly original.
Covers, I think.
I think one. We just did
Rhiannon.
Rhiannon by Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we kind of did our own version of that, but besides that, everything else was original. And I think if you do a deep dive on YouTube somewhere, you can find it. And
I think
I think
maybe.
it was on the Fringe website, and you can like buy it.
oh dang,
Yeah.
did it expire?
Well, we
Never
also
mind.
we
I didn't
also
say
have all the
anything. Forget
videos.
about that. Yeah.
We also have all the videos because our wonderful and fabulous content coordinator, Olivia Smith. Olivia Smith! It was her birthday 2 days ago!
She's in the room right now. just so you know.
Yeah, in the room right now. But she filmed pretty much every performance we did. So one of these days, maybe we'll talk with Lily and we'll release the footage, because personally, I can say it's probably one of the coolest things I've ever done in music.
Yeah.
Just like, also like kind of you're saying, just joining a band, like, oh, now you're gonna go on the road to Indiana, and you're also on the Minneapolis shows, you're gonna DIY the sound, because they don't do live sound, they don't do bands for these shows. So we had to bring an amalgamation of our live sound gear, Seth's live sound gear, and then literally within 15 minutes, load it all in, set it all up, sound check on stage while we're like, I'm playing and sound checking with the board, and then get started, play the show, and tear it down in another 15 minutes and leave and get out of the building.
That tech rehearsal was a nightmare.
It was a rough 5 shows here, but it was really rewarding. We had the dancers helped us so much, and we love them and we appreciate them so much.
One of them was assigned to one of us too, to like help us load in our specific gear, which was really fun. Yeah.
I feel like it paid off too. I read a glowing review online about your performance. I'm not
It
sure
was
if you
that-
guys have read it, but
Yes.
I-
Yes. It was
Yeah.
so sweet. Yeah.
like paragraphs and paragraphs about how fantastic it was. So please do release that footage if you have it.
I want to.
Yeah.
I'm super proud of it too. I've been friends with Lily for like 8 years probably. I didn't know any of these people, and Lily was like, "You should sing in this thing I'm putting together."
Bet you're
which
glad you
is-
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so glad. Yeah,
So
so that's how I met everybody. So.
Cool. All right, awesome. I have 2 more questions for you.
Absolutely.
One is, so you have that show on the 9th. Are there more shows coming up that you want to alert the public of?
Riverfest?
Yeah, at the end of July. Yeah, we're working on a little tour in August that isn't quite finished up yet. But as far as July comes, the 22nd, I believe. Yeah, so that'll be a house show, and we'll be releasing the details kind of privately through Instagram. So if you're interested in hearing us and seeing us, you can definitely hit us up about that on Instagram if you would like.
Very nice, very nice. Awesome. And then any merch drops or anything like that going on? I know you guys have merch.
In progress. I know we're doing hats, but yeah, we've done some cool stuff. Basically, what we're trying to do is get things printed and then make it our own a little bit. So with our last string of T-shirts, we ended up bleaching them. So each one has a different design. They're all unique. So trying to come up with things to just keep things fresh and be a little bit different for sure.
And Olivia designed them.
Yes, Olivia Smith is amazing. Yeah, we could not do half of the things that we have done without her. So thank you for being on our side and making this possible for us. Oh my goodness.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes.
For sure. All right, last question for you. It's a fun one, too. You might have to collaborate for this one. So I want you to build a dream bill for yourselves. You get to play on it. You get 3 other groups to play with you. Dead
Are we
or
talking
alive.
local or like?
It can be anything.
Any of
anything
all
you
time?
ever wanted.
It's got to be Limp Bizkit.
Oh yeah,
Tenacious D.
No. Okay, let's actually pull our brains.
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
We all probably have such different answers.
I wanted to
for
say
this.
it's gonna be very different.
I'll throw Soundgarden on there.
Soundgarden.
Yeah.
Good.
I would vote Soundgarden as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who makes the RuneScape music.
Yeah. We're a big fan of this song called
Sea Shanty 2.
Sea Shanty 2.
It's a
from
RuneScape song.
Okay, so
like
Soundgarden.
Soundgarden.
It's coming up next. Sea Shanty 2 on Radio K.
It's not going on.
Okay.
Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters would be really. Foo Fighters would be really
Foo Fighters.
amazing.
Yeah, we do take a lot of
Any period of history.
Any period of history. Throw an oddball in there.
oddball in there. Oh
Oddball
my
in there.
goodness.
Mustang.
I think playing with Dick Dale would be a wild time just to see
Honestly,
him play live.
facts.
Who?
Yeah,
Dick Dale,
the
surf rock master.
like the creator of surf rock.
Oh, he's wicked.
also from Minnesota.
I did not know
I
that.
didn't know that. I think he is. I already just messed up. We're good.
Please fact check us on that and send it back our
All
way.
DJs. Our
Yeah.
DJs.
I'm
Right on.
I'm a big Smashing Pumpkins guy. I would really love to see them live, so that would be one from me.
Okay, sure. You get 4.
We
Okay.
have 4. Okay,
Those
we
are the-
each get one. We each
That's
get
it.
one.
Soundgarden,
Yeah, what is
Dick
it?
Dale.
Smashing Pumpkins.
White
this
Stripes.
side. White Stripes.
White Stripes would be sick.
Great. And then Oyster Boy.
And then Oister Boy.
Nah, we don't need to see them.
Well, we're just doing the audience.
All right, cool. Yeah, you just curate your own show.
Speed
It's-
it.
We resurrected a bunch of people, and we get to just watch them play. I'm good.
All right, awesome. We'll sponsor that show. Sounds great.
We're
Lovely.
making it happen.
Yeah.
It's next week. I'm just kidding.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Oyster Boy.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. This was a blast and a half.
Yeah.
Thank you
It was
so
a
much.
blast. For
Yeah,
us
this was
as
so
well.
fun.
Awesome. All right, we're going to kick it back to the booth for some more local music until 5 p.m. Thank you for sticking with us. This is Radio K, Real College Radio.